Okay, for the Landmine Rows here, I'm gonna start out by showing you how to do the movement, and then I'll go through and kind of give you an idea of how to set it up, because unfortunately we don't have a very good setup here for this. But this is a great one, one of my favorites for the back, one that I really like to do. So once you have everything set up, you'll come up here and you'll grab, I generally like to go with my right hand first, my dominant arm on the top, and my other hand on the bottom. We're gonna grab it like a baseball bat. Come down here. Good thing to line yourself up proper. It's generally somewhere around a few inches, setting your toes a few inches behind the end bit of this guy here. That's what I found works for me. But really, it just takes some feeling to do. It just takes some time, experience doing it. But come on down here, take your first hand and grab it there. Grab it with the second hand under that one. Bend your knees real good. Get it up to the top. This is your starting position here. You're trying to focus on keeping your back closer to parallel with the ground. And you're coming up like so. Now this one, generally I like to be very slow and controlled like this. This one, once it gets hard, you can do a little bit of body language, but nothing like this. Nothing like that. But you can do a little bit of bend at the knees to get it up. But this is generally how I want it until you get to the point where you can't do that anymore. Make sure you keep that chest up the entire time, so don't roll over at the back, even when you're giving it a little bit of body language. And another thing of note, when you pick it up, lean back into it. When you come down here, you'll find that you're a little extended on the toes. Make sure you put your weight in your heels before you pick it up, and then come up here. Now for the setup, I'm gonna scoot you around just a little bit. This attachment piece, the bit without the screw on it, that's gonna be your base. I like to take two of the rubber plates. You can do a 45 and a 25, that gets the job done. Line them up like so, put it in there. This guy, take one of the barbells, slip them in there, and to lock them in, you'll take this screw on the side, righty-tighty it all the way in there, nice and tight. Make it real tight in there. Now, before you start loading on there, something that I found, because unfortunately with these things, they don't have a bottom piece to lock them in, it'll come up behind you once you get heavy enough on the other side. So I take a plate and put it on top there, and that solves the issue. Now, for the other guy, excuse me, I've got to move you around a little bit again. Now, yeah, you can see just fine. The setup here, take your take your first plate that you're going to add on here. I recommend that you use 25s. In fact, I demand that you use 25s at the most until you get to the end of here and you need to add more weight. The reason for that is if you add the 45s, the range of motion is reduced quite significantly. So you got to earn that range of motion by that reduction by using the 25s. Now, put 125 on there first. Lock it on in. Then grab a 10 from somewhere nearby. Set it up so that it's under that 25 towards the edge here, so that your first one is propped up. That way, as you saw before, you don't have to do this every time you want to get a 25 on. It's pretty hard once you have enough of them on there. You can put another one on there and easily slide it off later. And that's about the entirety of the setup there. Make sure you put everything back where you found it. There's a lot of moving parts here, especially once you get into higher weight. So always clean up after yourself.